What is the what is the solution? Then particular. What is the what is the solution? Then particular. What is the solution? Then particular. Then we will know that thing. Yes. One. Which one will be removed?
Trial?
Children language will go to school. Should go. Implement. ఫ్యామిలీ గాని ఎక్కువ తీసుకోవట్లేదు.
Great, great. This is good. This is equal to the customer is good. Offline marketers, logistics. Primary game logistics. This is logistics.
ఈ స్పీకర్లో పెడతా పేరు. నేను స్పీకర్లో ఇమేజ్ స్పీకర్లో సార్. ఇప్పుడు సార్ సార్ మైక్ అలా మ్యూజిక్ వస్తుందా? ఇది మిక్సర్ వాల్యూమ్ మిక్సర్ లోకి వెళ్ళి మైక్రోఫోన్ అరే రియల్ కార్ ఆడియో పెట్టి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. సార్ ఒకసారి నేను కట్ చేస్తా మళ్ళీ చెక్ చేయండి సార్. సార్ అంటే ఫోన్ నుంచి కాకుండా సార్ మాట్లాడు. I can see that. అది ఎందుకు పెట్టి వస్తుందా సార్? ఉమ్, ఓకే సార్. మైక్ వస్తుంది.
నువ్వు ఇందాక కీ ఎడిట్ చేస్తావు చూడు. ఇది ఏ అయిందా? ఒకసారి పెట్టవా? నువ్వు ఎడిట్ చేసిన పెట్టినది ఒకటి Anything
ఏం మాస్క్ వేస్తావు తీసుకోవట్లే మన వాయిస్ వస్తుంది మ్యూజిక్ అట్లా మైకిల్ మాట్లాడు పెడతా పెడితే తొందర పెట్టేస్తుంది పెట్టు తొందర పెట్టు పెట్టు తొందరగా పీకేమన్నా పీకేస్తాను
For the Department of Computer Science and Engineering Data Science, Vardhaman College of Engineering, I extend a warm and guarded welcome to all the respected dignitaries, esteemed resource persons, faculty members, industry professionals, research scholars, and dear students. This truly grand event, AA Workshop and Hackathon 2026, jointly organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering Data Science, Vardhaman College of Engineering, in collaboration with Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Rajeev Gandhi Memorial College of Engineering and Technology, Nandyal, in association with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, as part of the AI Impact Summit 2026. Now I take this opportunity to introduce the colleges which are organizing this event. The host college, Vardhaman College of Engineering, is one of the premier engineering colleges in Hyderabad and it was established in 1999 by the Vardhaman Education Society. The college has a vision to provide quality education to its students and cater to the diverse needs of society. VCE is a UGC autonomous college approved by AICT and permanently affiliated with JNU Hyderabad. The college offers undergraduate and postgraduate programs in various specializations. The college also offers doctoral programs in CSE, ECE, and mechanical engineering. VCE is affiliated by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council with an A++ grade and a CGPA of 3.58 on a scale of 4. Of 6 of eligible undergraduate engineering programs, BTech CSE, IT, ECE, EEE, mechanical and civil are accredited by the National Board of Accreditation, New Delhi, under the tiger category. Now, it's my privilege to introduce our co-organizer, Rajeev Gandhi Memorial College of Engineering and Technology, Nandyal. Established in 1996, this institution is one of the leading engineering colleges of Andhra Pradesh. The institute has got permanent affiliation from JNU Anantapur. It has been conferred an autonomous status by UGC in 2010 and has upgraded the curriculum and regulations as per the needs of the industry and society from time to time. All the UG eligible courses in institute has accredited by NBA and recently in Tier 1 category. The institute has also got accredited by NAC with A++ grade 3.54 out of 4 CGPA. The institute has been accredited by TCS for placements and training. The institute has DSIR recognition for the exemption of excise duty for the research equipment procured. It was also selected for the World Bank Assisted Equipment Fund for quality improvement. Now, coming to the theme of the program, the future is AI, collaborate, create, innovate. Reflects the transformative role of artificial intelligence in shaping modern society. This workshop and hackathon aim to provide participants with a comprehensive understanding of AI concepts, hands-on experience with modern AI tools, and a platform to develop innovative solutions to real-world problems. As part of the AI Summit 2026, this initiative aligns with the national objectives of fostering AI-driven innovation, skill development, and sustainable technological growth. Through expert talks, interactive sessions, and competitive challenges, the program seeks to nurture future-ready engineers capable of contributing to India's digital transformation. Now, let us take this platform not only to learn and innovate, but also to collaborate and inspire one another. I am confident that by the conclusion of this program, you will gain fresh perspectives, a deeper understanding of artificial intelligence, and enough commitment to academic excellence through meaningful AI integration. Now, before we formally commence the inauguration, it's my privilege to welcome our esteemed head of the department, Dr. Shanti Makka, Vardhaman College of Engineering, come to the dais. Now it's my privilege to welcome our guest of honor, respected Principal, Dr. J.V.R. Ravindra, Vardhaman College of Engineering, to kindly come on to the lecture. Now I also extend a warm welcome to our distinguished resource person, Dr. Salman Abdul Moiz, for today's session and request him to kindly come on to the dais. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now to begin this auspicious occasion, life symbolizes knowledge, enlightenment, and innovation, values that form the cornerstone of engineering and technological advancement. To formally inaugurate the AA Workshop and Hackathon 2026, I respectfully invite our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward, proceed with the learning of the day. Now, it is our tradition to seek divine blessings for wisdom, knowledge, and success in all our academic and professional endeavors. I request everyone to kindly raise for the invocation prayer. May I invite the elder?
वारणस्य वक्रतुण्ड शुम्भकर्णापालया हेरम्बाचारुवास सर्पसूत्रापालया आकुवाहनपत्रपूजित सिद्धिबुद्धिप्रदायका आकुवाहनपत्रपूजित सिद्धिबुद्धिप्रदायका वरवत् सचितनन्द सुमुखविकटापालया वरवत् सचिदानन्द सुमुख विकटा पालया वारणास्य वक्रतुण्ड शूर्पकर्णा पालया हेरम्बाचारुवास सर्पसूत्रा पालया प्रमदनादा प्रथमवद्य स्कन्द गुरुवर वरमते प्रमदनादा प्रथमवद्य स्कन्द गुरुवर वरमते रक्तरस लंबजठरा एकदंता गणपते रक्तव्यसना लंबजठरा एकदंता गणपते वारणास्य वक्रतुण्ड शूर्पकर्ण पालया हेरम्बाचारुवास सर्पसूत्रा पालया
Now, we move to the inaugural addresses. It is my privilege to now welcome and introduce our respected HOD, Dr. Shanti Mukta. She is a professor with 20 plus years of experience in teaching. She received doctoral degree from Birla Institute of Technology, Misra, Ranchi, and her research focuses on blockchain technology, machine learning, parallel computing, and theoretical computer science, having more than 30 research publications in various international journals and conference proceedings. She authored one book on parallel computing, and there is no proof that is possible without the continuous support of the departmental leadership. Now, I respectfully invite Dr. Shanti Makkar, Head of the Department of CSC Data Science, to address the gathering about the event. Thank you, Rupa ma'am. Good morning, guys. Sorry for the little delay. Good morning, guys. Okay, with the blessings of Principal Sir, I'm going to start the speech. Uh, Respected dignitaries, Honorable Principal Sir, resource persons, coordinators, faculty, and my dear students. It is my privilege to welcome you all to the AI Workshop and Hackathon. The future is AI. Collaborate, create, innovate as an integral part of AI Summit, which is jointly organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science, Vardhaman College of Engineering, and Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Rajeev Gandhi Memorial College of Engineering and Technology, in association with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. We are honored to have eminent resource persons, Professor Salman Abdul from University of Hyderabad, Dr. Srinivas Rao, CN Hyderabad, and Dr. Eduri Raja, four guides from Chennai, whose expertise will inspire our students as well as our faculty. The AI Summit is it's not just an event, it is more than an event. It is a vision for the future. Artificial intelligence is set to transform industries, research, and education. For an engineering graduates, we have a plenty of opportunities right now in the domain of artificial intelligence, and also in the coming years will open multiple opportunities in healthcare, smart manufacturing, sustainable energy, and intelligent infrastructure. Those who cuddle AI will lead innovation, create startups, and shape India's digital future. My heartfelt gratitude goes to the management of Vardhaman College of Engineering, principals of both colleges VCE and RGM, and the faculty team, and to our beloved students whose commitment has made this summit possible. I would especially like to thank the principal of Vardhaman College of Engineering, Professor J.V.R. Ravindra sir, for his unwavering guidance and encouragement, which has been instrumental in bringing this summit to life. His vision for academic excellence and innovation continues to inspire both faculties and students alike. Let us endorse the spirit of collaborate, create, innovate, and make this summit a landmark in advancing AI for better tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful and encouraging address. Now, it is my privilege and honor to welcome and introduce our principal, Professor J.V.R. Ravindra, whose encouragement and dedication have been instrumental in creating.
Thank you very much. Uh, Respected Professor Salman sir from Hyderabad Central University, and my colleague from the department, Shanti ma'am, and other colleagues of CSC department, and students and other faculty members of the other departments. I normally start my speech with a simple question so that you can rethink about it. Are we using technology in full fledged in our life? Yes or no? Very good. If you would have said yes, probably no, definitely that will disappoint me. I'll tell you a small incidents that where actually you can really bring the uh, technology into the common life. Half a decade ago, the doctors used to face a lot of problems in identifying the cancer particles in the human body. So they used to test many things, and then they used to test the biopsy reports to the Mumbai. That's not in Hyderabad, by the way. And after the report comes, it normally takes 15 days to 21 days, 2 to 3 weeks of time to figure it out what kind of the cancer particles that the body has. If that particular report fails, again they have to send it. But meanwhile, you need to understand the patient, the body complexity. But now, if you look at this kind of the identifying the cancer particles in the human body is just 1 hour. 1 hour, they can really do it. So the moral of the story is to understand that AI is not replacing the doctors, but AI is empowering the doctors. AI never replace humans. Kindly to understand that. If you are fearing about AI, then the future is not yours. But you need to work with AI, compete with others, compete with the fellow humans. The humans are not working good. I'll replace with another human, not with AI. AI can give me a short-term goals, but not long-term goals because AI does not have any ethics. But to teach ethics to human beings is very easy. I'll ask one more question. In the last 3 days, how many of you used Google Maps or Zomato, Netflix? Hey, raise your hands. Oh, Netflix you use the most. So, I mean, what are all these things, by the way? If you look at where they come, because you can say that the Netflix comes from the entertainment division in the Google Maps from some other point. But the most thing that you need to understand here is that a data scientist should collaborate with a social scientist, and he has to create many things and also innovate. AI has many wings, but most of the time that we have to really focus on 3 points: that how do we collaborate with others? It's not simply, I mean, that particular navigation maps which you have is not simply a one-man job. Like, he has to collaborate with many things and then create many things and then innovation. Lots of things will normally do come under this particular work. Probably 2 years ago, in the same institute, I used to face a lot of problems in conducting the meetings because I need to talk to the students, I need to talk to my stakeholders, I need to talk to faculty, parents, and then disciplinary issues, whatnot, programs, FDPs, hackathons. So how do I streamline all these things? That has become the most toughest job to me because given the 9 hours of work, I cannot really do it, and I cannot really work 24 by 7 hours. And it's even true for you. So sometime back, if ma'am allows me, probably I can demonstrate the AI agent which I have created that make my job pretty easy whenever I wanted to conduct the meetings. So and then I just installed it to my iPhone, and it just gives me the prompts that you have this meeting now and next meeting followed by half an hour, and this is what actually you need to speak in that particular meeting, and these are the key points. So which I have trained my that particular model. Likewise, you have one difficulty in your life. Don't say that writing exams is the difficult part, and don't use AI in the writing the exams. But you can ask AI, how do I prepare for this complex course? And this is the toughest course I have in my life. And you need to collaborate with AI that makes your life pretty easy. Using AI or using ML or using data science or using these technologies is not a sin. When I ask the students that, are you using ChatGPT? 99% of the students say that no, actually they are using it. Because they feel that using ChatGPT is like a sin. No, we have to use the technology for the right things. getting my points? So you have to welcome, as a CSC students, you have to welcome the technology and you need to collaborate with that and create it and then start innovation. Innovation is not it's a future goal. You have to bring the innovation into your life. And I could say some of you are second year and as well as first year students. By the time you pass out, people don't look at your resumes. Forget about it. Gone those days where you go with a resume and then talk to their company and then ask a job. No. They see only two things. They see your LinkedIn profile, they see how many AI agents you have created. I have created 4 AI agents till now. And I have a goal that I will create the 50 AI agents in the coming future because those 50 agents will make my life pretty easy. They don't replace me or they don't replace any of my faculty. But creating those AI agents and then welcoming them and then giving a particular task to it is the next generation task. So you happily sleep, your AI agents will do rest of the things. When you get up in the morning, it will tell you so what actually you have to do it the next day. So therefore, you can concentrate on the other parts. You can concentrate on the intelligence. It is actually intelligence versus imagination. Okay, I have intelligence, but it has got imagination. It's not artificial intelligence, but rather I would say that it's artificial imagination. Because intelligence has no boundaries at all, but I can define boundaries to the intelligence whenever I consider any LLM model. So the future is yours, and it's you are on race, and you just have to welcome AI into your life so that makes your job pretty easy. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspiring words and continued support towards academic excellence and the innovation. Thank you, sir. Now, it is my honor to introduce our distinguished resource person for the today's session on AI, innovation, ethics, and governance. Dr. Salman Abdul Moiz is a professor in School of Computer Science and Information Sciences at University of Hyderabad. He received PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Osmania University. Dr. Salman's research expertise in concentrated on software engineering, e-learning, and mobile databases. He has an extensive publication record in various international journals and conference proceedings. His work is widely published with notable papers appearing in journals like Software Quality Journal and the International Journal of Computer Applications, focusing on areas such as code smell detection and database replication surveys. He has received significant recognition, including the Abdul Kalam Technology Innovation National Fellowship by the Indian National Academy of Engineering, and he also holds CMI Level 5 certificate in Management and Leadership by the Chartered Management Institute, and he also received Academic Excellence Award for PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from the Madina Education Society in 2013. He is a senior member of both IEEE and ACM, and he is also the author of the book Software Engineering based on outcome-based education as per NEP 2020, which is accessible on the AICT eCool portal. Before starting the session, I would like to felicitate our resource person, Dr. Salman Abdul Moiz. I request our principal sir and HOD ma'am and the coordinator of the event, Dr. Sheikh Imam sir, come forward for the felicitation. Now I request Dr. Salman Abdul Moiz to take over the session and tell few words about the events.
the principal, the department, faculty members, and I see a lot of students here. Good morning to you all. It's a pleasure again to be back at Vardhaman. I think maybe you may not be knowing I was a frequent visitor to this institution, and I think one of my student was a faculty here for some time. He moved to industry. So yeah, GRN is my student. In, possibly some of the conferences I was involved here. And I used to visit, but of course it's pleasure to be back here. That too with a very good title of AI. So I truly, admire what principal said. He has created some agents. Yeah. Of course, AI is not a, sir, very to be very honest, it's not a new thing. It will be practiced now very well. Of course, I should not say, but we are the first AI department in the country. We started in 1986 as artificial intelligence PG. And if you come to our lab, some of our people are there. You can see the artificial intelligence lab building, which is the oldest building where I sit. There it's in that kind of stuff. So that says that AI is not a new word. Of course, it's being used. But probably very sorry to say that we have added so many A's to it. And I agree with principal also. Artificial intelligence is one side. I start with actual intelligence, which is very much required. Okay, as we cannot trust all the system at top of the top about those details. And we are talking about augmented intelligence also. Okay, we have these sort of things coming up into picture. But probably you need to think about it because there are a lot of youngsters here. And I like those particular three words what you talk about. Okay, create, collaborate, and innovate. The right platform to speak on that. Yeah, of course, in my talk, I'll take you to some of the very interesting case studies. I'll mostly talk about ethics, which has become a big challenge, and I'm a part of the ethical committees at government level also. And probably this is the vision of the government of India and our Prime Minister. I'll show it in my slides also. In the tagline called AI for all. It's AI is for all, not only for computer science guys. Please understand. And I have to appear before the parliamentary committee last month. Okay, parliamentary committee was formed to discuss how AI can be used in education. So three institutions were called: University of Hyderabad, IIT, IIT. So we all met the parliamentary committee, headed by some senior congressmen. All political parties were there. Very good interest. I like that interaction because please understand, it was not at all political. It was too good to know how AI can be used. There were a lot of challenges students are sitting here and we face every day. So I discussed that how frauds have increased there to a very big extent because of the AI coming into picture. So I just want to tell these few words so that you are interested in my session, which will be about 1.5 hours. Okay, where I'll take you some of the very interesting things. Even today morning I was thinking, and I put in my slide also. Right? So my design thinking should change to that. And I have written in my slide that thinking itself. That's why we require design thinking for AI. And I'll tell you about the year 2000 when I was using AI. Okay, I'm not joking, not laughing at this. I had a Windows system which has Windows 98. Okay. And it had a speech processing system already built in Windows 98. But what I need to do is, see, my voice is not clear. Okay, maybe, okay, some cold. But my system has to recognize it. So what it used to do is it used to give some text and I used to read it. Just I used to official please submit event of the AI plan. I used to read this twice or thrice. And after that, I still remember in my room that system was there. And I used to on it through my voice. Very old system, Windows 90. Open my system. Open this file. Open this folder. Okay, open. How it was happening, it was training my voice. If you want to say, you say, can't recognize. The systems were built, training was done, but of course it was not used to such an extent. And I like that question which was asked by principal. Are we really using the technology? Of course, I have seen some of the very good innovators today. Okay, possibly we can call them here, very young innovators who have been using AI and making a lot of miracles in the various domains. And I finally also agree with the principle when AI is all about interdisciplinary nature. Okay, today in our university, a conference is going on data science. It is being conducted by who? It is conducted by economics. School of Economics is conducting data science event works based conference today. Okay, yesterday started, today it is going to complete. We are not at all there. We are not at all there. You can understand. None of our faculty is speaker to that particular. That's really good. Last point I would like to tell you and conclude, and I'll come to my formal session, is I had a government that is project on skill development. So I was doing a Python workshop for my students, internal students. I did an advanced Python workshop. So it was very much surprising to note that the IOE director was very much surprised when he came for inauguration. We restricted to 40 participants. There were huge demand. We increased to 60. Finally, we got 65 and we closed it. Out of 65, the director noted that there were 55 students from non-computer science. They were from English, they were from sociology, they were from political science, they were from Center for Comparative Literature, they were from all life sciences. My goodness. I'll tell you the outcome, very much interesting outcome. After the second workshop, one lady came to me and said that I am a scholar from chemistry. I already did my PhD. I want to work in your lab. Chemistry? Want to work in my lab? I said, what do you want to work? So I want to work on AI. I said, what do you do? She said, no, I want to let us make a border for my all chemistry, AI. I want to work in your lab because there's a technology is used in the universities. So I said, see, I can give you a place in the lab, but I can't give you infrastructure. I can't give you a system or printer and so forth. So she said, fine, I'm fine with that. You give me a space. I allotted a space. She came, she used to work, discuss with my team. Sometimes she used to discuss with me. I think within 4 months of her stay, she got a very good paper in Royal Chemistry. Journal of Royal Chemistry, some, that is because of material chemistry using artificial intelligence. From there onwards, she is still working with us. Though she got a postdoc position at some other place in foreign industry, but still things are going on. And to be very honest, sir, I will be very blunt here. They are better than us. Because what we do is, students are here, that's the reason I am taking it. What you do, copy from some Google, copy from ChatGPT, or copy a program, or maximum, even if you do not copy, you write some import Python libraries, call it done. That doesn't work, innovation is more. So with these few words, I'll further interact with you. Thank you for being there. Hope you'll be connected with us in the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inspiring words and continued support towards academic excellence and innovation. Thank you, sir. I request all the dignitaries and the students, please forward to the dais for a group photo. Once again, I am repeating, I request all the dignitaries and the students, please forward to the dais.
You're not students? Randy, come. Group photo important, Randy. If you don't submit this group photo, they will not give another AI event. Points, special invitees. రండి. Distinguished professors, come. అమ్మా మీకు మళ్ళీ వేరే చెప్పాలి గర్ల్స్ కి. అందరు రండి అమ్మా, పర్లేదు రండి. ఇక్కడ రండి కొంతమంది. కమ్ హియర్. ఇక్కడికి రండి. All the faculty of CSD department, please come on to the dais. Faculty of CSD, sign on to the dais, make it fast. Please go, come, move this side, move this side. Last, madam, please. Move this side. రండి అమ్మా, ఇక్కడ రండి, ఖాళీ ఉంది, రండి ముందు. కొంచెం ఇక్కడ పైకి రాలే.
With that, I declare the AI Workshop and Hackathon 2026, The Future AI is Collaborate, Create and Innovate, officially inaugurated I look forward for all the 2 days of discussion, learning, and hackathon and collaboration. Thank you once again. Once again, welcome you all. Now, I will hand over the session to the speaker, Dr. Salman Abdul Moiz, to take over the session and enlighten with his talk. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So let's start the session where probably I will mostly talk about ethics and governance, and this principle was also highlighted. This has become very important today. Again, I'll give you very interesting case studies which will help you. I'll not do the real AI here. I assume that you can do that very easily. Okay. So artificial intelligence is one, where can I put my intelligence, whatever I am thinking, into the system so that the system can help me in taking decisions very fast. Students are here. I gave one problem statement to some of my students. That is 4 years back. I told them, "Then go to our office, which works day in, day out. Some three, four staff sitting in my school office, and they do some routine work. I just told them to just go and see whether they are really required. Whether they are really required. Why? Because they do a routine task. Whether we require a person to be sitting there. Okay. Because what happens is, I have seen generally that when that particular person is absent, things go to the standstill. They say, okay, this person is absent today. So what happened is the student worked on that and they came up and they said, sir, I think only out of four staff, only one is sufficient. Three can be removed. In fact, the office was really worried. Why? Because the task which is done by them can be done by very easily. Okay. And of course, I need not worry whether the person is present or not. Well, I have a 24/7 availability. Okay. When if you want to submit a form in the office, you will not have to directly submit to the AI agent which can do the task for you. And that's where we started, and we did a lot of such things, but there are a lot of issues which came into picture that we discussed here. So AI is very much important because the government of India mission is that also AI is for all. We come to that particular point. Okay, AI is transforming every aspect of life. Now, your students are sitting, I would like to tell you a very good assignment which we did in somewhere in 17. So, as I had a group called software engineering group, so we teach software engineering also. Every semester we teach software engineering related courses. Our group teaches. Okay, right now I'm doing a software engineering very detailed course for one MTechs. Okay, huge class. So we have seen that we had some problems there. In 2017, we used to notice that okay, a lot of people fail in this course. A lot of people fail in the course. So we wanted to, come and give you a very good case study for you to work on. So what we did, we had some data. What data you will have it as a teacher? You all know that. I'll have some marks, some internal marks, some major marks. Yes or no? Yeah. I took that particular marks, but couldn't get to a conclusion that why these students are failing. I get my point. It was not at all clear because that data was not sufficient for me to make a decision because I have some internal marks, some major marks, some total marks and grades. These are not sufficient for me to identify why the person is failing. So what we did is we thought, okay, this data is not sufficient. We went further. We went to the academic section and we said that can we get more data about these students? I get my point. Can I get more data? More data in the sense these are master students. So I want to know what were their graduate marks. Okay. From where they have done the graduation, what were their particular graduation degree. We took some more data. We did still applied our model and we couldn't get again a valid conclusion why the students were failing. We further went ahead and took the 10 plus 2 marks, 10th marks. I will just precise it very shortly. We went to that extent where we went and identified from where the student has come, what was his mother tongue, in which medium of instruction he or she did his 10th class. We came across all that data. And when we prepared our model, because our class usually is unlike yours, you will call it. Our class is mostly parental class. If I go and take my just announce in my class, I'll have a representation from every state and every UT in our class. So when I plotted that in India map, we got a particular pattern. People mostly failing from this part of our country. I will not tell the names of the states also because that becomes ethically wrong. It is a bias. So some part of this particular country people were failing, and we got at least to know that students from this part of the country were failing this course. Okay, so understand students, very good problem because I think you have a hackathon also. And that's the reason I'm telling you this story. Right? So, we found that these sort of students are failing. Of course, we investigated further why they are failing. Finally, we got to a conclusion that they are very good, but they are not able to express their answers in the English language. Okay. So now what we did is, you'll be very much surprised or you'll laugh at me. In fact, you'll enjoy it. We made a decision support system long back. Now the semester is starting in January. We'll open the decision support system in December. We said whoever is taking the software engineering course has to do the survey. In the survey, it will ask certain question from where you are. Okay, what was your language in the 10th class? Okay, what is your mother tongue? From where you have done your 12th? What was your graduation? After that, you know what it does? You're not starting the course. It gives you a particular prediction that you may fail this course. You may fail this course. And it is written at the bottom that don't worry, click on this link. So once you click on this link, it will say that there is a English language course which is going on in the evening from 6 to 8 and English department to register and attend the particular course before you start the software engineering course. And you know very well, this sort of system helped us in reducing so many failures in a period of time. This was very old system, you know, probably you can understand. It has been trained many times. Initially, we have data up to 17. Now we have data up to 25. Right? Data goes on increasing, you get new trends. New things have changed after that. Now the trends are not like trends have been different where now trend is the student doesn't want to work by one. Okay, they want to just get it from internet. We are working on that also. Okay, so one such work which I do is I made them do it think in the class, disconnecting internet, everything mobile. Give them designs on the particular paper that we do. And you know, what I said is I gave you one set of application. The AI starts doing every aspect of our life. Okay. Okay, I use day in, day out AI in many cases. Okay. Many cases. In fact, you know, probably sometimes when the students will rightly say, but you have, you know, as a principal, you have to talk to various departments, attend various MDPs. You cannot be perfect with everything, right? So I asked my AI, that tomorrow there is a talk on this, what should I speak? So it gives me at least a help for me. But of course, I should be aware of it. I cannot just read it. That's more important. So enhanced productivity and decision making. Productivity has increased both because AI can do some routine work by itself, and you know productivity is increased for them. Right, economic growth and innovation is very much important, and that's where this event is being conducted. We want you all to innovate. Okay, thinking AI in mind. So make it more data oriented things. We come to that point. But here the last part is very critical here, which I'll speak about it. It raises a lot of ethical and societal implications. Okay, a lot of things are there. We'll go to that point. I, you know, skip some slides and take you directly to the particular place where, so that you become very interested. I'll skip all this. I'll come back to these points again. This is the question which I have given because students are here and directly came to this slide. Okay, I thought mostly faculty did this. So I'm skipping some slides. So I asked this question to Copilot. Okay, I use ChatGPT, I use Copilot because I have an account with Copilot because of the Microsoft account. Okay. So I have this question to Copilot. What type of person is server of the voice who works for University of Hyderabad? The same question, this question I asked 1 month back. The same question I asked 6 months back. The response were a bit different. And last month the response was really different. Okay. The responses have improved. The profile has increased because you've got more and more to know about myself. But of course they are dangerous. But it's a very good profile, I like it. Okay. So I think sometimes people will ask me whenever I'm giving a talk because I give a lot of talks. They say, sir, can we get a profile? Why? Ask me ChatGPT or even let me do that particular, you know, introduction. I don't know from where she did well. It was not from ChatGPT or anything. This is so quite good. I think. Okay. We have said it. He's a professor in School of Computer Science, academic journey includes PhD in computer science. He has held several prominent positions in academia. I did not type it. You all are correct. His research spans offering mobile learning technologies and sportsmen. And it also different because sportsman is a new one. See that the LLM is also helping you what is sportsman. It says that it did not explain what something in mobile database or email, but it explains well. Technology and software describe potential issue with that may indicate people problems. But again, it won't see any separate UAs. It is referring to my paper somewhere. Okay. Then it says Dr. Moin also deeply involved in professional organization, blah 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 blah. Okay. On Google Scholar, his work has been cited extremely in the index of 10, item index of 17. All good. Okay, very good. I ask next question. Student, very important. When you do your innovations, when you work on your hackathon, please keep these things in mind. And I want jury members to check these points. We want you to read this. I want every one of you to read this answer which has given. Okay. This actually I was sitting with my wife. And midnight I typed this message. She is also from computer science. Why are you talking this, typing this message? Because they'll associate your name with the criminal record. I said, "Thank them, but I'm using for academic purpose. Don't do that. You are training your model with your name with criminal record. No, I don't care. I will not write another time, but at least I'll write once or twice. So I asked this question to co-pilot. I think interesting. What classic the server of Jumbo has very criminal record. He will give you just 10 seconds more to read. First, say there is no publicly available information indicating that professor of the University of Hyderabad administrative record 192 because one is my university website, two is my Google Scholar. It is not talking about any of the criminal record. Okay. I'll come to this point, second paragraph later. If you look at his background for academic profile, this is public profile research person is a strong and reputable standing in his field for danger is here. I should have highlighted this. Danger is the second paragraph. You know, that's a big problem with ethics. Assume that if it is right, then people get to know that I am on Salman Abdul Wais, police will surely introspect me, which is wrong. What it says, there's a reason for involving someone named. It is not Salman Abdul Wais. Okay. Who was arrested in Hyderabad for decoding case, reference number 3. There is Hindi news on that. There is a news by the Hindi newspaper. Okay, reference 3 is there. Okay, but it is appears to be a different individual. Why you specify it? There is a doubt. This is said to be hallucination. Big challenge in artificial intelligence is hallucination. Honestly, you are doubting me, my career at this point. But I worry day in, day out because you can just Google Salman Abdul Wais. Oh, I have umpteen number of images, I can't remove it also. Why? Because these people will put my image there. You can play with that. Okay, in any way or other. So of course not making you okay something different, but please understand there is something called hallucination which has to be taken care. And this is nature. Some people does not mention any connection to the University of Hyderabad. Okay, you are fine, but why did you mention that? That's how they know the police or the intelligence agency does the investigation. And ANA has provided that. And I don't want to name a particular state because some state government may sue me. But through articles, 7 lakh ration cards were cancelled. You find the newspaper. AI suggested to cancel 7 lakh ration cards. Later on, those people went to case and they said, no, we have a valid ration. These are the issues we have there. It's not difficult, but we have to address them. Okay, I'll give you another interesting question. Then I'll go back again so that you will get it. You should read this. You should read this. Which locality people in Hyderabad should not be issued credit cards? I got this question, I asked it. It's not any written question also. This as again, I asked my co-pilot, my companion. Okay. And please tell me about it. Okay. Even today I asked, maybe last night I asked that, what differently I should tell in today's talk? Because I have the slides, Gandhi notes. So what it gave, I'll go back and tell you what it gave. Okay. What it gave me, I'll tell you. So what did I which locality to Hyderabad should not be issued credit card? Um, Second paragraph. Read second paragraph without wasting time. People from that place, please don't sue me. Co-pilot has given me. Okay. They said some areas in Hyderabad have seen only instead of credit card fraud, such that Boromanda and Nizampet. Okay, mostly Boromanda is here from Boromanda and Nizampet. Assume that in some cases it targets your city, your country. We will not tolerate. Yes or no? That's a big hallucination. But I think that is the danger here is we need to do our testing of AI applications for hallucination. For that, what we have to do, we'll see some of the steps. Okay. So I think you're understanding why though this is very interesting for the students. Here your students are sitting and I applied for my some US visa in 2024. Okay, questions have changed. They are saying what is your how many social media accounts you have it. Give the link of everything. Okay. So I gave a LinkedIn, I have a Facebook, that's it. Because I am not on Insta and blah blah blah. Okay. Probably my students say, sir, you come on X. I think I am not interested in X or Y or Z. Okay. Because I don't have time to write there. No, sir, you please come on X. Okay. And moreover, you have probably some photos were taken. Okay. Somebody might have taken, right? And here in the AI workshop. Again, you put it on Facebook. Anybody have already put it. Okay. But there's some dangers there. Okay. Somebody wants to attack you in a verified area. Okay. One talk, which was long back. It was being talked probably somewhere in one place. And once I came out of that particular talk, somebody called me from US. This your talk was very good. Which talk you are talking about? Just now the talk what you gave it. You are in the app, so you see my number. How do you got to know? The person sitting there who streamed your talk directly. And I was watching from there. Oh my goodness. Oh, that so many dangers are there for us. Okay, this has to be done very well. So it says visiting for international students set to open subject to. So please do not put anything bad on the social media accounts. Don't get into the debate. Don't get into the political debates. Okay, everybody is correct in some sense or other. Don't involve them. This is going to catch you up. Okay, I think you might have seen that advertisement. Google is hiring, but we know everything about you. This is an advertisement. I didn't get that here. I have my digital footprints PPT. It says Google is hiring. We don't need your CV, your principal talk about. They have everything about you. For example, like this. If you ask about me, everything is there. You ask further question, we want detailed profile of someone in the way, will give you all my papers also. See, no. Tell you very interesting situation and you will again laugh at it because I've changed my way of speaking because I find many students. One day, probably I met my VC registrar very frequently. The paper registrar and the registrar said that when I see my staff, they don't know. I'm telling them to make my CV. They are not wanted on doing it, and they were shouting. So I said, okay. He called that PA and said, please make it add this and all this. So what I did is I came back to my room and I just asked my co-pilot, please make a CV of Dr. Devesh Nigam, who is a registrar of University of Hyderabad. It gave me. I copied it a very good Word file, in the body, with the same building. He called me. How did he make it? Well, why you want it? You have a very good CV. Yeah, what a big data. How you get it? Provided. Okay, through information you provided. He said, I don't agree. And he was so worried. He said, tomorrow, 12 o'clock, we'll have a meeting if you are free. Okay, I went. He said, how you got the information? That is right. I said, you gave it somewhere. Okay, then I know, what is this? He said, I said, it's digital footprint. Whenever you visit a website, you give the information to the website. You know that. Any website you visit, You give lot of information to that, but you give books also. What is that? Accept all. Okay, cookies, accept all. Okay, and you give everything, including your payment information. And tomorrow when you get a fraud, don't worry. Oh, why I got this call? Why I got this fraud? So what happened, immediately? When he got, so immediately he conducted my talk on that particular topic for all officers. That is what it is. These are the challenges we have. Okay. So 60 million passport article leaking massive data breach. That is very much again a question which comes into picture. So I'll go back. So we have a lot of things, probably I talk about it. We have deep learning, neural networks, we have NLP, we have computer vision in autonomous vehicles. We talk about autonomous vehicle, another example. Okay. For example, we talk about, what is it? Neighborless cars. Tesla. Anytime people ask me, so we need to work in India. Even say the way Indians cover. For example, like with old city. Okay, in Charminar, can I work with the automatic cars? Do you agree? Still go with that. Why? Because what I told people is, it will work. If it works in India, in the old cities, it will work anywhere in the world. So this is the test bed what we have it. So you need to work on it. Say it doesn't work in India. So I ask a question to Megan. If the auto there is driverless car meets with an accident, okay, because there is something called accountability here. Whenever you do any AI application, there should be accountability. Who is responsible if something happens? Okay. So if the driverless car with an accident, who should be responsible? Okay. The owner. Is owner responsible? Owner says, yeah, I did not drive. Okay. Autonomous car was made by Tesla. Who is responsible? Why is you said owner? Somebody may say manufacturer. Okay. When I ask this in a very good audience stage, people tell me many things. Somebody said owner. Somebody said well. Somebody said government is doing that road. Somebody said no, the public which was there with the road. Okay. Then somebody said that probably the navigation system. Okay. Somebody said internet. Possibly it was not working properly there. So it didn't get the information at the right time. But we require accountability for all this, sir. Any AI system, if it fails, who is held responsible if it doesn't work? God. Okay. So you probably I said that no, if you talk about design thinking phase because you're going for innovation, then we have different things. I think you know that. Empathy, sitting in other schools. Like you probably even very surprised I shifted my slides. Why? I did some empathy. Tell your students again. After some time they get bored. So let me go to a live example so that you are there with it. So when you're developing a new system, you should first understand why it is needed. What is the problem of the system? Sit with the roots of that particular customer and understand what is the real problem. Okay. So that's required. The problem, what I'm thinking is if you have done a design thinking course, you would have done these phases. Empathy, define, create, prototype, and what I tell you is today I learned with that, but if it is include AI in the component. In the empathy along with it, AI. As principal rightly said. Okay, AI will not dominate us. But if we are not using our AI, we are outdated. We should use AI. Okay, AI cannot dominate us. And again, dominate, I mean, scenario point which means, okay, we have see this some of the application this government is also taking up healthcare, finance. Today we talk about fintech. What about fintech? I think these are the applications we can take. Okay, sometimes students will ask me that when I'm going to innovate using AI, from where I have to start. Okay, these are the domain which government of India is very categorically stated. I'll come to that document very soon because at least I want to do the document with you. Next is these applications. Whenever you talk about this particular application, please understand that it is not only related to one domain, it will be at the cross domain. Here I talk about that. Again, my same team which worked on chemistry, they came to me and probably again very interesting story. Those who have really worked on little bit of AI or ML. Okay. So once there is these students came up with a particular data set with me. We required a lot of data in here. Okay. Data set was, please understand. we had a symptoms data set, disease. Are you getting the point? There were about 80 symptoms. Okay, and some 21 diseases were there. Are you getting the point? For example, I'm getting headache, okay, runny nose, body ache. Okay, these are the symptoms. So this is probably maybe because it will ask some more question, which part of the year it is, from which region it is, extra question it will ask. And based on that, they say that it's a general flu, seasonal flu. It just says it is a seasonal flu, is the prediction which we do. So what we did is our team, please understand this, because applications require that because you are going to develop many applications. What our team did is, this is very much important, because sometimes we just trust on some data, apply AI, machine learning and get some results, which cannot be always trusted, which I want to tell you. So what happened is my team in the lab, they took the data set which was available somewhere, did the prediction. You know what they got? They got accuracy of 100%. So when they said, sir, we have accuracy for 100% for all algorithms, I think people will die. In medical domain, if it is 100% accuracy, I said, people will die. Then what we thought is we are not at all capable enough to work in that particular domain alone. We require a medical doctor because it's all about symptoms and diseases. And luckily, we got a medical doctor who want to work with us because they do not get anything. It's a free ride. So we got one doctor, one lady doctor, who came to our lab, and she worked with our team for 6 months and corrected the data. For 6 months, she said, when first we showed that symptom, she laughed at it. This symptom will give this totally wrong. So what we are doing in the name of standard data set, we download it, make predictions and begin it. It's a challenge. So what I do is data what you take in. I didn't talk about healthcare diagnostic. You cannot make a prediction unless something you talk to doctor in that particular domain. This is why this goes. Likewise, if I want to do something in the finance, fraud detection, and all, I should be very good with the financial industry or a banking sector. Or I should involve that people. These are said to be domain experts. We require domain experts, okay, to get this particular thing correctly done. Otherwise, it is going to make a decision which is wrong. So it is important. So in education, probably in education we use AI a lot. I have to work a little on that because today we are talking about every student may not be at the same level. I always when I visit these colleges, I say people are lucky enough. Okay, because they always tell you are University of Hyderabad, you will have very creamy students. I said here you are lucky, at least those students may not be creamy, but they are almost at the same level. Okay. But you know what we have? You know what I tell always? It's the best of best student in a school sitting in the hall. Okay. And we have worst of worst student also sitting in the same hall, which is more worse than you people sitting in. Now my question is challenge is, how do I teach them? How do I teach them? It's a diverse category. So I use AI there. I have to use AI. Then what I do is I do adaptive learning. Based upon the people, we group them in the category and use it to know who are the people who are slow learners, fast learners for every topic, not after minors. Okay, so with the AI, we are getting the help based on the background where they are in that particular thing which is possible. So some of these particular applications, Government of India is also working. You can start working any of these applications, but please see that either you are a domain expert. If you are not a domain expert, you have to talk domain experts. You cannot make a decision without talking to domain experts. Okay, this is a governance framework. I'm very happy that now we have been debating for a while that we do not have a policy for such things. We talk about medical domain also. Continue with that particular discussion. So we did not have a law like HIPAA law. In US, we have a law called HIPAA, Health Insurance Protection Act. So for example, if I'm suffering from disease, probably many people agree here, why should somebody else know that? Why should everyone know that? But the data is so open, the people are getting to know about it. That makes a lot of problems. Very recently, the government of India has introduced a policy. Now, I will not discuss all, but I'll talk about the second one. India's Niti Aayog AI strategy. And I urge faculty as well as the student to download these two documents available. Okay. And you see that every AI system should satisfy the policy of Niti Aayog, which is our policy, India policy. I got some of the points. Again, I asked. This is very interesting thing. The next two slides is not my slide. It's a two document, right? I asked my AI because I know what about the policy. When I want to make a PPT, can you just get a summary of these documents? It gave me this, number one. Niti Aayog's national strategy for AI. I said AI for all. I think you all, if you want to connect yourself with the Government of India initiative, use this hashtag. And I also urge the organizers of this event, when you are putting on this particular social media, please do add the tag called hash AI for all. Because you want to connect with the Government of India mission, because I know this is a mighty sponsor also. So wherever you are doing AI thing, please tag it on your social media accounts. Students can also do it. You develop an application you're demonstrating, tag it hash AI for all. Okay, that is very much important. Because that's our country's initiative. So India aims to position itself as a global leader in AI. That is what it is. So we require your support. We have a huge young generation. Okay, and you might have heard Prime Minister speaking on that many times. Okay, so we bank on you because we want to become a global leader and the top person in AI, and we have a potential. A lot of potential is there. Gone are the days where we are very much worried about US. Now you are here. Please see that you contribute to the strategy. If solving India's challenge, and please remember this. I think students can remember these points. One is healthcare, note it. Agriculture, 2. Education, 3. Smart cities, 4. Smart mobility, 5. It is written here. Okay. This document is available on internet, free of cost. Okay. Or ask your AI also. I really urge you all to change it. There is take some applications from this domain and work on. Okay. Even when you do your, again I urge because it's a very academic institution, when you are doing some minor projects and all, please see that you take it from this particular domain itself. Minor or major project. When you're doing something on AI, you're doing a hackathon. Okay, please see that your initiatives are in these domains. I'm not reading it because of passivity of time, but you can read this. Healthcare, most important is affordability and quality in healthcare. AI-driven diagnostic, we are doing it. Same thing what I talked about. Symptoms, and this is AI-driven diagnostics. Even our paper is like that. Personalized treatment, early disease detection, very important. Even ST9 is facing some. Attending on RSC, the person was talking about this cancer detection faster using AI. Of course, there are a lot of questions that is there. Agriculture is there, reducing most wastage, real-time advisory to farmers, education, very much important because I work on this dropout prevention. You are a member of the MOOCs committee of the government. When we have particular statistics, overall in India, only 13% of the students complete the course online. And 87% are dropout. Okay, so we work on that using AI. Smart cities and smart mobilities are also applications. So I request you all, students here specifically, and the faculty coordinators, please see that you develop, make the people, students develop in these domains. So that you contribute to the country's initiative. Challenges, we have a lot of challenges here, and that's the reason this workshop is conducted. Lack of expertise, enabling data ecosystem collaborative approaches, collaboration is very much required. We are open to collaborate with us also. Okay, now I think 2 days back we had a board of studies. In that, this resolution is taken open that we can collaborate with anyone. Earlier it was not. Earlier you have to take some approvals and all. So the board passed the resolution, collaborate with anyone, anybody outside, inside, anyone, because of the government India missions. Higher resources, privacy concerns are very much important. We discussed few. Absence of regulations for data security and ethics, but again, government of India has also come up with the data laws. Okay, it was passed in the parliament. It has to be operational very soon. Okay, these are the recommendations. I think establishment center of research excellence. Okay, and creating a national AI marketplace, which is set in name. So some of these things are there as a recommendations for this particular law. So that is what the government of India initiative is. And let's move fast. Okay. See the last point. What is the strategy to position India as a global AI leader while addressing societal challenges, fostering inclusive No, societal challenges you discuss it. Ethics is very much important. Please remember this word. Like if you see these people, one, two, three, four, five, six, why they are standing? Why they should stand? Because they don't want my lecture to be disturbed because you'll talk. You'll disturb this session. That means we are not ethical. Why should they stand? No, this is in physical terms. Even in the data terms, we require ethical things. Let's we make them stand. I'm very sorry to say, in 2004, I used to conduct an examination in the entire college with a single invigilator. One person, conducted in 2 floors, across halls. No invigilator. Sunday exam is being conducted. Just keep the papers coming 2 hours before on every desk, as per the roll number. State exam start. Nobody used to copy, I can guarantee. Can I do that today? No, here only for this hall. 7 people are standing just to control you. Yeah, that should not be there. First, get it physically, the ethics with yourself. Okay. Then you probably need to get it here also. So, most importantly, the guide responsible development of the artist, it ensures fair, transparent, and accountable. Last one is respect human values. I think you might have studied a course, Universal Human Values, as a part of your induction program. Right, again, another course. Okay. Why did you study that? Is it only theory? Yeah. Okay. So that is very much important. Even in AI, it's very much important. Okay, I'll just go there. I will not discuss about it whether AI should be used in education. We are really worried here as a teachers. Some of the universities are banned using chat GPTs and LLM. We don't want to ban it. I'll tell you what are the options, what are the problems we have. I'll tell you very recent options. I'll tell you the advantages and disadvantages. So one of my BTech student, you can say, came to me in summer and worked with me on a particular project. And it was very good work. He did it. And finally, he said, sir, I'll publish it. I said, okay, sir, communicate to this conference. And this happened some 20 days back. Huh? Okay. 20, 25 days back. That's it. It's a story of 25 days. So the day we submitted a paper, which was last day, that's 25th December. Very next day, we got a mail from those people that your content is plagiarized, AI plagiarized 7%. AI plagiarized 7%. You have to reduce it to 5%. When I saw that, I was very much surprised. Then I asked the student, did you copy from AI? He was silent. That part he copied. I think it's only one paragraph, you rewrite it. Remove that paragraph and you write it. That will reduce to less than 5%. But I was surprised to see that it highlighted some other color and showed 68%. It was selling that. Possibly the 68% is also taken from AI. Not sure. This was a bias. To be very honest, that was not taken from AI, but just because of matching of words, it shows. But again, it did tell us to address that 68%. He told us to only address 7%. And you will be very much surprised when you have a plagiarism like Turnitin like tools. When I compared all that, I got 2%. So there we have to trust you. So we have a very good policy in our lab. For this student, we did it. In our policy in the lab is what we do is, when the faculty is also here. Usually I have a Turnitin software to check the similarity. We do not want to check it. We will not check it at all for any of the people. Why? Because we say that trust. I trust that you people are doing correctly without copying. We do not do any plagiarism. Only when there is requirement to submit a PhD thesis, then only we do plagiarism checking. Otherwise, we do not read. We have made a policy in our lab that please do not copy from your mind, make your own work. Okay, that should come into picture. But I'll tell you very interesting scenario. Students are there because I teach a course called computer ethics. I also teach a course called research and publication ethics. Okay, people enjoy a lot in my research and publication ethics. I take it for 4 or 5 hours, my morning. In 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours, I'll tell you how to. And students enjoy a lot. I tell all the mechanisms to copy. 4 hours, I'll tell you. And huge hall will be there. Everybody wants to attend it. Fifth hour, I'll tell how we will catch them. Hour I tell how we'll catch them. 4 hours they enjoy a lot. Okay. One scenario which happened with me, probably you also do that. Okay. Teachers, they have a very big challenge these days. So usually what I do is my internal or your minor question paper. I give some 2, 3 questions, 4 questions. Out of that one question is really you need to think it. One question requires a lot of thinking ability. Without that, you cannot. At least one question will be there in my paper, which requires a. Of course, no two questions can have the same answers with that because the way you think is different from the other person. So what happened is when I started correcting the paper, three students' answers were similar. I said, "No, my God, how can three answers be similar?" So I thought, okay, probably first of all, when I checked the answers were wrong. I said, okay, let me put it wrong and go ahead. Because what we do is in our continuous evaluation, we'll go back and discuss their papers in detail. We'll give them remedial, all those sort of things we do it in the initial stages. So, but I did not give the papers back because that was going in my mind. How three people got the similar answers? Just before going to the class that morning, what I did, I asked my charge GPT, the old charge GPT in those days, my question. Okay. It gave that answer. I said, okay, fine. So I got to think about two things. How did they ask ChatGPT? Because I said mobiles are not allowed. Mobiles are switched off. Okay. So what they did some Bluetooth device which was connected to that. Possibly they asked that. They have written the answer. So what I did, I went to the class and said that I have corrected your papers. In three scenarios, I got the similar answers, which are copied from LLM. But let me tell you, everything from LLM is not clear. All those answers were wrong. Not the best case. I did not tell them. Okay, but we took a policy decision at the school level what to do next. Okay, lot of challenges. One more thing I'll tell you, and you will be shocked. Okay, no, I will not talk, should not talk in school, but I'll talk. Okay, I'll tell you some of the dash because I cannot tell you because the case is put by the police now, and I am the witness because I am the person who caught them. One examination was going on very recently, not even 1 month back. Okay, I am an observer. Okay, we got one person from one part of the country who was writing exam in Hyderabad. And that was a one particular pouch. Okay, we got only one pouch. In that pouch, nothing was there, but some SIM was there. Okay, so our team caught that particular person, got into a group. We tried to investigate. I will not tell the entire story. It's a very big story. Initially denied. So many things happened. Finally, let me tell you, we thought that only that device will not be sufficient. So other devices are also needed. So you'll be very much surprised. We got a device. Of course, we have removed shirts and all. We got a device which was placed here with all the bags here. This device was acting as a scanner. Okay. And that device he had somewhere kept it along with his box. One device internally somewhere he kept it. I don't want to tell where. Okay. From there, the Bluetooth connection was there. He was pressing that. Okay. To get a message put to this. He had a particular earbud which was very inside. But by physical connection, I cannot see it. I have to put a magnet to remove that particular thing. So the fellow goes to the examination hall, put this, presses this particular device. This will act as a scanner, takes the scan of that particular question paper, sends it to the outside agent. Last question number 5 answer I'm not getting. The fellow will give the answer. He'll write. After half of the examination, he'll go to the washroom, and in the washroom, he'll go and he'll have that particular device. Then he'll delete those papers because it has already gone. Okay, this was a mafia. We caught it. It is still in the police. After that, probably again, I was put into a committee probably 1 week, 2 weeks back. The government of India is asking, okay, ways how to restrict this in the examination. Okay, I have some of the things which I will not share it now because you will still give a recommendation. Friends, these are the challenges we have. Fine with this. We are worried. But of course, we trust on you. We don't want 7 people to stand. We should be more ethical in this. Yeah, coming to this point. So what should happen? When you do real AI, what should happen? See here, systematic error may have to flawed skill training data. What I do, I take only data of Vardhaman students to make a consistent of all students. No, you have to get the diverse data. Okay, number one. Number two, prejudiced human input. You should not be biased with certain inputs there. That is more important. Next is flawed algorithm design. Your design is flawed because it's putting only one type of input. This should be avoided. Okay. So if you see talk about these human prejudices, which is also there in one of the application, facial recognition was a very big problem. Was less accurate. Why? Because it is written, I think, darker skin tones. It was not. It was very accurate for the darker skin tones. I think you understand what I am saying. Otherwise, somebody will sue me. It was, not accurate for blacks. Those issues were there. You heard about the system called Compass? Do you know Compass? Yeah. You should. You should. If you are an AI person, you should know Compass. So the US criminal system used to use this AI system called Compass. Okay. So what they do is nothing but the decision to relieve a particular prisoner is not taken by human being. It was taken by system. Okay. A prisoner is doing well. Okay. So be relieved from the prison. So what happens? The decision was taken by the AI, not the person. So what happens is AI used to give the input. This person may be relieved. Doing very well. Of late, it happened that blacks and certain set of people. I don't want to name it because that will create a lot of who and cry. Okay, certain people belong to one religion, and the blacks were never released by this compass mission. So somebody challenged this. Somebody challenged this court of law. Finally, what they got is yes, it was right. It was making wrong decision. Why it was making wrong decision? Because it was taking data from internet, from your social media, that against blacks, against this particular work category of the people and so forth, and it was giving a wrong decision. This was a problem with AI system, which again has to be get modified. So these are challenges what we have it. So that is what have with the compass. Okay, compass bias risk assessment can lead to harsher sentencing and payroll denial for the specific demographics. People belong to specific areas. That becomes very important, very problem. So here this system was failed. Of course, they might have improved it by this time. Healthcare, I talked about it because there's a lot of problems with healthcare. Okay, first of all, probably sometimes you don't want to tell something to the doctor because doctor will expose it, write it somewhere. Okay, because specifically when we go to a doctor, people will believe me. Specifically, when you go to a particular stage to a doctor that you're really very bad. So you're ready to tell everything. And you have to, of course. But whether the confidentiality is maintained there or not is a question. Okay. Otherwise, anything can happen. So we have algorithms, misdiagnostic certain populations there. Healthcare inequalities may be there. So we have some data training applications there. If you see skin cancer detection, AI is less accurate on darker skin. Very bad, yeah. Why this particular skin cancer should be less accurate for a darker skin? Okay. So this has particular biases. So you test your AI application for biasness. Number one, whether it is a skewed training data, whether you have collected the data from all types of people, these things are very much important you have to do. Okay, and I think I was giving a talk in June, July, in 19 in Wipro, and we have a lot of industry folks with, and they have demonstrated the agentic AI system. So I told them, your agentic AI system cannot be deployed. So there was a big debate for entire day. But then I told them that nothing but we should get multiple versions. First version, if you are releasing today, after 1 week again you have to release the next version because more data will come into picture, more bias picture. You have to test for them also. Then they agreed because if you see, we used to get versions of a software systems not that frequently. If I develop a system today, after 1 year I may get a new version, or after 2 years I may get a new version. But today the AI system, because the data is increasing so often, so we have to make these systems release regular intervals of time because more and more data comes into picture, more and more diversity comes into picture. That is what is required. Otherwise, you land up with this particular detection which is inaccurate. Okay, these are some of the things. Facial recognition. Oh, this big problem. I faced this issue in my lab. What happened is I had a project. I purchased some instruments, and just to make it secure, I want to put a camera. People objected. You know why objected? Because I placed in the lab, one of the faculty or one of the stakeholder came and said, why students' images has to be taken? I said, this is for our security. No, no, no. Did you take permission of that person? Finally, I have to write to my vice chancellor that in my project these things are there. I made a particular lab with entire glass framework. So there is nobody to that is monitor this. So I am placing 5 cameras, 2 inside the lab, 2 in the corridor, and 1 somewhere. So please permit me to install this. So the vice chancellor has written to our security department. It's a very big department. Security department came and investigated everything. They said this entire thing is a university property and nobody has to take any permission from anybody. It's not your personal house. So they gave me a blanket approval to install it. But otherwise, you have to take a permission. No, I have an app. I will tell you the name of it. What do you want? Digi app. You have Digi app? Some of you who travel frequently, they have a Digi app. Digi Yatra. Digi Yatra. Very happy to use the Digi Yatra. Why? Because I don't have to stand in the queue and all, and we go at very last moment. Specifically, we go to some confidential work. While starting, we have very less time to reach the airport. So what I do not carry simple the same like bag I carry, my own bag, nothing else. And if I want to move very faster, I don't carry my laptop because they did not go for it. So suggest I will do my Digi Yatra. It will directly take my camera and allow me. I will just switch onto my device. It will take my surveillance and it will say allowed. No check is ready. But you know what is happening with that? Is whether anybody is misusing that particular image, the data is very much important. But whether you have signed to that particular thing where the Digi Yatra has taken a particular thing that it will not be shared with anybody, you have to take care about it. AI having to showing gender bias, as I want to do from some company. That the companies are hiring out of that is taking your data from your LinkedIn profiles. As Principal rightly said, that you will not have a particular company taking your CV. Directly they'll take it from your social media account and say whether you are shortlisted or not. Okay, in that case, we saw some bias there. Autonomous vehicle, we talk about it. And of course, civil liberties also we discuss on. So what is societal the broader impact? What will be the impact for that? Trust will be gone. People will not use the AI system. Will be very much worried about it. Okay, social unrest will be there. Challenges will be there. For everything, people may go to court of law saying that the system was doing wrong things. So these are some of the repercussions which happens for that. So you have a reputational damage. You can have for an industry. These are the problems. Financial losses will be there. Operational inefficiency will also be there. Please see these 4 points. It's very much important for any AI system what you do. Number one, data transparency. Data should be available. When you are taking a decision of using data, you should know from where you have done the data, from which place you have to collect. It should be available very open. Of course, you may have some of the restrictions that the data cannot be shared, but data characteristics should be shared. Accountability. If something goes wrong, who is responsible? Something goes wrong, who is responsible? Probably the principal or the coordinator said that the hall should not be disturbed. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be responsible. That accountability should be there. Fairness metrics, it should be very fair enough. It should cover all the people, not be biased. And it requires collaboration, we talked about it. We require medical doctors and so forth. So please understand AI systems. If you develop AI system, it cannot be one-time system. It should be continuously monitored. Every time new data comes into picture, you need to go on checking it. There should be a feedback loop. Whenever something goes wrong, you have to again give a system that is input to the system to change it. Yeah. You have to address bias at all stages. I talked about all these three things. So we have fairness and non-discrimination. AI system should treat all individuals fairly and avoid bias. That is what is required. Thank you. So basically, if I just forget about this theory, whenever you collect a data, for example, if you are doing a very simple system where you are talking about students, why students are failing, see that you have all type of students included in that. Number one. Okay, all type of students, collect all data. Sometimes you will not get the all type of students, you have to create imaginary data. Number two, the data should be very transparent. From where you have collected, the sources should be very clear. Okay. And in your big data, you talk about the timeline. So whenever you need do this particular data, it has to be reflected. You are talking about innovation, right? Please understand, you have to balance innovation as well as regulations. We talk about regulations in terms of our own systems. We should make responsible innovation. The government of India talks about developing responsible AI solutions. Responsible AI solution. That means responsible AI solution will have a transparency, accountability, and public trust. Yeah, this is what we require. Human-centric AI design, we have to develop a system for the societal impact. So students who are really new, I know we are getting bored. So I think you might have heard about SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals. How many are there? 17 are. 17 SDG goals are there. Please see that. Make AI system for that SDG goal. Okay. It could be interdisciplinary collaboration. It cannot be a single one. We require medical experts for medical domain and so on. And we require ethics by design in AI development. What does it mean is nothing but when you are developing a system. At the time of development itself, you have to keep ethics in mind. So I applied my AI to stop my cough. So when I talk about AI, I'm concluding it, don't worry. Please understand that how to start by developing a system because they're very young students also. Okay, read something about AI. And I said that we require first AI's actual intelligence. Here I'm telling you some of the important things which you need to understand. Is problem solving is more important. You should solve your problem, apply AI for that. Because just developing a system without problem solving will not work. Ethical AI development requires fairness, transparency, and accountability. So I again request you to go through these particular points. Take these domains. Again, I request you take a healthcare domain, agriculture domain, or education domain. Okay, first smart cities or smart mobility. If you have some advantage or if you know some knowledge about IoT and all, go for smart cities and smart mobility. If you want only data oriented, you can go to healthcare, agriculture, or education. Take this subsystem and start learning about it. So, any questions from you about this particular discussion? So, basically, what we say is nothing but, for example, this faculty are starting. We want to replace the static all this faculty with an AI agent. You want to replace 1, 2, 3, 4 with an AI agent. What do you want to do? It? Let us give you a problem. Okay, I'm giving you a problem, even for those people who are standing. Okay. Next time, we don't want you to stand. How can I make AI system? Dear students, tell me. Of course, they have your data. Okay. They have inputs from the previous events. Which two people were disturbing? Right? What is the correlation between them? Are they friends? Okay. From which place they are? Are they belong to the same class? Okay. These are some of the rules which we are giving. So based on that, what happens is, even if they do not stand, we can predict who are the people who are going to possibly disturb this lecture. Okay. That is one way. Why they should stand, we'll have a particular agent which will monitor them. Okay, that is what is required. But again, there are very lot of other things of the ethical consideration you have to consider. Somebody may say that you may get a particular event where these two people are not at all disturbing, but it may give a decision that these two people are going to disturb. There you have to talk about bias, fairness, and all. So that is what is required, but start developing systems in that particular form. So thank you, but I want you all to ask some questions if you have in your mind, because that was the simple thing which I want to present it with you. Hope you got just an idea where one of the things to be considered when developing AI system. Because how to develop AI system, you will learn in your course. So you have understood the next. Yeah. That means you have understood lecture, you can give these problems to them. So start with those who are really good at least Python. Because I see, I'll just go to your level. You have done Python, right? First semester, second semester. So you'll do it very soon. Okay. You have to learn some libraries. Learn some libraries. See, please do not go into that particular age. We want students to come out of that. What? When faculty teaches, then only you will study. One of those things. Because if you see, I started my class in fifth week, I couldn't take a class. 12th week, I took 3 classes. This week, I took 2. Tomorrow, I have another one. I took 5 hours of classes. I think 5 hours, I might have taught them 15 hours of class. In 5 hours, I have given them a stuff of at least 15 to 20 hours. Why? Because the things are changing. Don't expect teacher to do a traditional teaching. Okay. Like I tell you, we have a master's MCA program for 2 years. So they couldn't have because in the second year they'll go for a placement. By the time they came for placement, subject was not done. Company people asked them the question. They said, no, this was not taught to us. Company says, get out. So don't wait. Okay, every subject cannot be there. Every subject cannot go to that particular level. For example, they taught you Python. They cannot do entire Python. Okay, additional libraries and all, you have to do it. That's where Government of India says that you have to do internships. You have to utilize your breaks. So you need to come up. Don't wait. Okay, till it is coming into the curriculum. Because curriculum, for example, it's only 3 months curriculum. What else can be taught? So you need to really, this generation has to come forward. Let me tell you, I went to the software engineering. So I said, I want you all to be very good at full stack development. I took a survey. So 60% of the people said we know full stack development. 40% said they don't do full stack development. So what I said, I will not teach you. I said that you all should be very good at the full stack development with one stack with 1 week. I will teach them. Why should I? Everything is available today. What I need to teach, I will teach it. So now because I understand by your craft that you have it's not yet into a most of you. Just come it. Come forward and do the things by your own. It will be taught with the curriculum, but everything will not be taught with curriculum because of lot of constraints. So many subjects to be taught, very time limit of the curriculum. It will come for. So it is for benefit for you. Right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspiring words related to the AI ethics and some real-time examples, how we can use the AI, how we can use the Copilot and ChatGPT. It's very useful to all of you. And I once again thank to the Dr. Salman Abdul sir coming to our college and giving speech about the AI ethics and all these things.
So I'm not biased in this. Hope I'm not biased in this life. Thank you.
Small announcement to all the students. After lunch.